So once I get all of those brackets undone, I'll undo these. I've already loosened them all. They came off very easily. Like, I almost had to just use one hand, which is crazy. Take all those out and then lift up this entire thing in order to, it'll leave that behind, so this will stay. I'm obviously the pistons are going to stay too, so I'm going to have to lift it, like lift the pistons out of it. This will go with it. All of this will go with it, but this will stay. So then I'll be left with just that big shaft running the whole way through. So I'm actually quite hopeful that this is all going to work out.
something, somehow it comes off. I don't know exactly.
Oh, this.
Yeah, the crankshaft, if it comes separated from here, which I don't know how it's attached, but.
You can make a giant fix to that thing with strings in it and everything and see what it sounds like. Oh my god, did you hear what she said?
Yep.
All right, this is where I'm starting the day. This is now on the ground. And that has reduced in height. So, take all this brass off. Ay, caramba. There we go. Ah, I got it. Another good piece. Undo the rest of these cotter pins. And then this whole thing will be coming off. Alright, get ready to jump out of the way. Move the tools to the side. Alright, I'm done with this. I don't see any more brass on it. It's kind of interesting that these valve covers, like this one looks pretty decent and these two don't look so good. The pistons, I'll show you. This piston looks pretty good and these two look like junk. Like they're all rusted up and crunchy. Kind of interesting. I don't know if it was covered up until that one cover or what the deal was with that, but okay, this is a great milestone, I guess, in the completion of this project. We'll get that uncovered and start messing with that now. All right, this looks a lot different now. So I think I will work at getting the pistons off, these brass pieces off. And I've had a warning that this is all going to be extremely heavy, so be extra cautious of it falling on me, which I think I have been very cautious of that so far, but I'll be extra cautious of it here now. Here's the top of these pistons. Like I said, these two look look like junk. And this one looks pretty decent. Some pieces broke here when we were pulling them out. So there we go. Let's take a look at this area. Still not a whole lot revealed here. These are the only two, like that nut there is still the only thing I can see. I already took that one out. But I do see that this is in two pieces. Here and here comes apart. So I dropped a piece of brass into the pit of doom. So I think I'll still work from this end inward, I think. My buddy there that helped yesterday said he wants these just as a decorative thing, I think. So I'll save those for him. Ay, caramba. Weird. Doing some damage over there today. It makes me nervous hearing these trees cracking. I feel like I should be running for the hills. But yes, anyway, check back later. Okay, I just felt a raindrop. It's supposed to rain for like an hour. Oh, you would hope I wouldn't be able to get those undone. It hurt. As soon as it's broke though, it's just easy peasy with the fingers. Okay, I'm gonna try to not drop any of this. Keep that. Into the dodster. Maybe do that. Oh, that moved. I don't know why I even try, because it hurts. I feel raindrops. I don't want any rain getting down in this oil pan either. There's still quite a bit of oil in there. Kingfishers. Angry little bird. Great, caught it. Man, I should really put something down there. Guaranteed that's gonna happen more. Dang. Okay, I'm not really sure how this is gonna come apart, but ultimately if it starts to move, I'm just gonna jump out of the way and let it fall wherever it's gonna fall. I should really put something there so it doesn't fall down there. Need a piece of plywood that's that wide. But, okay, let me go find something. At least a piece of plastic or something. Alright, this turned into a woodworking project. But now there's a custom cedar floor blocking off the oil pan. So that's good. I don't have to worry about dropping anything into the pit of abyss. Yes, very nice, very nice. Smells good now too. Okay, let's get back onto that. It has been misting, but that's okay. Okay, what's going to happen? Maybe, ugh. I kind of want it to go in, I guess. There is some oil coming out of here, so I don't know. Let's just see what happens. Yep, there it goes. Can you see that gap? Man, I have to get like right underneath it. Like that. Whoa. Okay, it looks like it's gonna go that way. Where am I gonna put that? You know what? I have this generator that I was working on its side, like it's a big donut hole. I might put a tarp in there now, and then I can fill it with stuff and put a tarp over top. Now we're tinking. Okay, I need another tarp. Okay, now I'm thinking, should I try, how heavy is this? Oh yeah, that's not too bad. I think I'm gonna pick this up and drop it in there. If it'll come on. Taking my teeth out. Get out of there, man. Yeah, there's no gap on the bottom. I guess I can go like this. Dripping, dripping. Kaboom! Okay, now I'm going to pick this up and go over there with it. Oh, rust comes with it, dang it. Get out of there. That's the situation here. Looks like how I thought it would look. Alright, let's do that again. And then again, then again, again, again. All right, here's what I'm seeing now. I just took that collar off. Part of it fell down there, so it can stay there for now. But it did reveal some large bolts. So if you watch this joint right here, when I whack this, I don't know, it's jumping around too much, but this is moving that way. So I'm thinking that if I can get this to move over all the way, it would sit like right here, and then I would have access to those bolts. So that's what I'm going for at the moment. My thing is that this appears to be all one piece, like from here to here. The brass is one piece, but there's pins in here going this way, so it has to come off this way. But this gear is wider than this, so I don't see how that's going to happen. I'm kind of thinking I should cut this gear off, and then possibly this might move that way, maybe. Okay, so now we can see there's a bunch of pins here all the way around. So actually, wait a minute, this is all one piece. Oh, there's a joint right there. All right, so I did attempt to pull on this with the backhoe. I was kind of pulling at like an angle this way, Broke 2 straps and it didn't move. Shoo. I thought it would come apart right here. Like, I thought these were just smooth pins, like alignment pins, and then it looks like there's a seam right there. I thought this part would just come off, but it did not. But this entire thing, like back to here, moves as one piece. So I am pretty sure it's all one piece and it shouldn't be attached to anything. I did just remove a big chunk that was in here, which was hanging it up on this lip right here. So I don't know if that would have been enough to actually prevent it from moving at all, I guess, but I'm kind of thinking now that that's gone, there really should be nothing holding it up. Maybe I'll try again, or I'm thinking there's a lot of weight in this section, so maybe I'll have to attach here and here somewhere and kind of lift it up like just a 1/4 of an inch, because there's like no room in there. Just kind of take the weight off of it and move it that way and put it back down and do it over and over. So there. Now I'm back here at the oil pan. These 2 are drains for the oil. This had a fitting in there and it sheared off when this piece fell on it. So now the threads are stuck in there. So I guess I'm gonna try to get those out. And actually, yeah, I went to Home Depot and got some plugs. Maybe I'll try that small one in there first. Okay, that seemed to fit in there pretty well. I mean, I didn't do up very tight, but I mean very far, but it's in there really well, so that's good enough. All right, so since removing that little hang up there, I just put the pry bar in here and pulled on it like easily with one hand and it slid right out. So this was right up against there a moment ago. But now I'm just paused for a moment because once this block comes off, this whole thing's gonna fall. And this side only has like 1/2 inch of support left before it falls, which, I mean, it's not gonna fall far, just that distance right there. It's not a big deal, but that means that the weight will be sitting down. Like right now it's kind of suspended. So I think I'm gonna stare at it for another while here and think about it. Okay, I think I'm gonna let this block go, which will put a lot of weight kind of on that joint, which is fine. And then I can get a pry bar under here and kind of try to wiggle it back and forth, see if that joint will come apart. And at the same time, probably I can start working that. I don't think it really matters so much if it comes off of here. Like, that's all that's holding it up. The whole thing is moving. It'll come. It will definitely come. Okay, so basically what I thought would happen did. Love it when that happens. So there's nothing supporting it now, so it's all just sitting on its own very heavy weight in this section. So now I can't move it at all, but I did move it enough that I can get my hands back here. So I think I'm gonna take this off, which comes apart with those nuts there. But then if I sneak my camera in here, there's a whole bunch of big stuff going on back there. It looks very rusted. And every single one, of course, has a cotter pin in it. So, yeah, I would think that has something to do with something. But also, like, what would that achieve, getting that off? Because that's going to be a lot of work, actually. Possibly these big nuts down there, those ones, that's all the same thickness as that. So, oh, maybe these are going all the way through to here. Really? Interesting. Like, you see, that's all the same thickness. Okay, well, I guess I'll do that, and this is probably the part where I want to be extra careful of this not falling on me. So that's a lot of weight. Okay, it's now October 9th, and here it still sits. It won't move any more than this. Quiet on set, please. So I wanted to get this at least touching this, just to give me more room here to work in here, because I can't even get my pliers in there to cut these cotter pins. But also this distance is going to stay consistent because these are coming with the whole shaft as well. So I basically want to cut this off. I was thinking, because it's in two pieces, like there's a joint here and here, I was thinking of using my grinder and cutting along here, and then this whole thing would come off, because those big rusty bolts are holding it all on. But my grinder won't fit in here. So the next plan is to use the grinder as deep as it'll go to cut through these wings here. I think I'll do like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then cut this way. Cut this, just to give me a bit more room to get in there. And then if that doesn't even work, I don't know. I think the last plan is to pick up this entire thing. I still don't know why. Like, I've been yanking on it with the backhoe, like, pretty aggressively. Broke 3 straps. It will not move past this point. And I got it to this point by hand, like quite easily by hand. And if I go like this, you'll see it's like loose in there. And that's me pushing on it with one hand. Like, I can push on it with one finger and make it do that. So I don't know what the heck. I'm getting kind of frustrated by it. Check back later. All right, got one off pretty easily. Okay, this is going pretty well. Again, despite how rusty those nuts look, they're coming off really easy. So that's good. I'm just working on the second to last one right here, and the whole bolt is coming with it. And over on this side, you can see that one there. So confirmed, they are going all the way through. Okay, I hope that doesn't cause problems. I can always cut it. Okay, it's now October 25th. Taking a bit of a hiatus. There's a pin that I was talking about last time in here going this way, and everything else has to go that way to get off. So I had to cut the 2 pins. I don't know what it was made of. It was extremely hard to cut through. I went through 8 Sawzall blades and only wore down this little section of each one. So each blade is still good to use, but yeah. It is now free, so let's take it off. Come on now. Alright. This itself was very soft, easy to cut through. But these little pins there gave me great difficulty. Alright. So I'll probably get the cotter pins off that I can reach, and then rotate the whole thing. Okay, it's November. Took a bit of time off from this again. Not really on purpose, but that's how it goes. So I'm still just working on getting these cotter pins out. I've got all the pins out, so I'm ready to start taking those nuts off. I think I'm gonna try to find a piece of wood to put under there. Not that it's gonna fall though, because those bolts are going all the way through, but I'm gonna have to pull this off by hand, I guess, because this old thing needs new batteries. I've been having to jump it every time for the past while, and the jumper pack isn't here at the moment, so I won't be able to use that right now. Yeah, see how it goes. I just got this thing to hopefully be able to give you guys a better view. The camera sits in here, my phone. So we'll try that out. If I wiggle this, I would think these bolts should move now. No, what? Still the entire thing is moving. You know what? What are these doing actually? I'm kind of confused because these alternate like big, small, but there's really no rhyme or reason to it on this side. Like they're not in, out, in, out. I think it should be coming apart in that joint right there. So what the heck? Because these are threaded for that section. So the bolts should stay in here and this whole thing I feel like should come off. Not recording. You son of a gun. Okay, we've got a gap in here now. It's moving. You see that gap? Oh. Things are happening. Great big gap in there now. I'll stick my finger in it. Oh! Oh! Okay. Okay. Okay, this is now what's happening. So this can't come any farther, it's touching this. But those are still in there, slightly. So now I'm wondering if I really feel like this should come apart here. If I whack that way, will it come out? Stand by for the whacking. So these were just alignment pins. Every other one. Good. Cut that. With the this. Okay. Okay, when this falls, it might go anywhere, so whatever. Okay. Now, I don't really have to move this. But I'm hoping that this will now go that way, now that it's free. It's free, McGee. Ta-da! Do-do-do-do! So I'm thinking this can just stay there. And I'm hoping that this entire thing will get out that way. So this whole centerpiece, that kind of fan looking part, ain't nothing to it but to try it. How can I pull on this from back here? I can't get a vehicle back here. And there's really not a whole lot to anchor to in terms of like a come along type situation. I guess it's worth trying to pull it out the same way I was trying before, because maybe with that crankshaft on there, it was just like angling it in the wrong way. I don't think there's a whole lot I can do right now without the machine. So let's turn the attention somewhere else. I would like to get a bit of a load together to take in. I hate taking it in little chunks though. Like I'd rather take it in one big load, but what do you do? Let's check out what's going on in here. I can't even get in here. Ay, ay, ay. This isn't a whole lot of weight. This is probably going to be 70%. Those came off the generator sections. Dang. I need to do something that's faster than that. I don't know. Look around here a bit. I could work on this. Yeah, I could do that actually. It's good weather to do that. I'm also wondering if these top chunks will come out. Boom, boom. I don't really see why not. It doesn't look like it goes back all that far. I might try that. I'm just going to be completely scattered for the rest of the day and pretty much waste a day out here, because I'm just going to walk around staring at everything. Let's try this. That's a heavy little sucker. I see now why it wasn't going that way. Yeah, oh, it's stuck on my shirt. Check this out. That's why it wasn't going out that way. This thing is tapered. It's got an extreme taper. You can see the coils in that gap there. Well, I think I'll keep going with this. Free it up a bit. Screwdriver. Done. Here's my pile. Still have to cut those brass pieces off of the end like that. I don't know if I even showed you up close. This is what I was pulling off of there. It's definitely dirty. So I think worst case scenario, this would be considered 70%. Which I just took some in for that, so I could figure a pretty, like, fairly accurate amount if I get a weight. Let's do it. Why not? Let's do it. Okay, I just completed that nub, and 48.8 pounds at $2.32 a pound is $113. So $113 per nub. Let's go check it out. So $113 times 6 nubs times 3. What's that? It's $2,034. And I'll say it's 4 o'clock right now, so I'll look back and see how long that took me. Probably, yeah, right around an hour and a half probably. So $113 for an hour and a half of work. Pretty good. Not that I really care about the time, but I'm more interested in the overall, because I'm definitely doing it no matter how long it takes. Okay, I've got a load together here. Let's go to see how much I get. It doesn't go all the way to the back. Alright, some good news at the scrapyard. That hairy looking stuff that I unwound from those nubs, he took as copper number 2, which was awesome. I was calculating my numbers based off it being 70%, so that was nice. So I had 304 pounds at $4.60 a pound, was almost $1,400. And then number 1 insulated 70%, that was those, I don't know, chunks and that thick stuff that had the insulation on it. I had 256 pounds at $2.44 a pound. So that's gone up since the last time I went. That was $625 for a total of $2,023. So that was nice. I was hoping to get over $1,000 for all of that. So that was a nice surprise.